All right, everyone. Welcome back here. SportsBook Sports, all things sports betting. I'm your host, Connor, with my boy here, GA.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 14.
Yeah, part 14 here, the 100K challenge. We're on the road to 100K. Or $0, whatever comes first.
Yeah, whatever happens first. We're hoping to. I'm trying to limp to football season. So
yeah, that's
right around the corner.
I might just take a hiatus until football comes in, college footballs, and start smacking 10K games left and right.
Yeah, and we're gonna start doing some good deep dives on stuff. Like I was looking at like futures today and like division winners and all that stuff. So
yeah, I was looking at. the Rodgers hype's OD right now.
Yeah,
that makes me not want to take him for MVP. But I feel like he is gonna have to have a big year this year.
I was looking at like strength of schedule stuff too. We'll dive into that for when we go divisional stuff. But I think they're gonna have a tough time this year.
Once we talk about college football, but
SportsBook Sports on YouTube, SportsBook Sports on Instagram, SportsBook Talks on Twitter. Again, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a subscribe. Let us know what you guys are taking tonight. We had a great slate of baseball games yesterday. We were talking about it before we started. Some awesome finishes to some games. Some, heated exchanges in that Cubs game, some big-time hits in that Phillies game, Boston game.
Just an entertaining slate of games.
I had the under in the Mets game, so even though that was like 2-0, it was entertaining as hell for me.
Those were doozy of games back-to-back.
Yeah, and just back-to-back unders, like stone-cold locks.
Just ugly. I don't know what it is about the Mets, but they just don't score runs.
And it's been a storyline for 10 years now.
Yeah, I feel like if you bet unders in Citi Field, for the last 2 years, I don't know what the record is, but I feel like you're profitable.
Oh yeah, definitely. And especially too with Lindor not being here, like he's been our best batter this season. Yeah. So with him not being here, it's really just like home runs with Pete and Dom Smith, and then a whole lot of nothing else. Conforto hasn't done anything really. And our relief pitching just sucks. So every game's a nail biter.
Yeah. And I was going to say, even they started off the return from the All-Star break like a little hot. They were scoring runs left and right there. And then they come back home and it's just same old story.
Yeah, we were scoring runs, but we were losing games. We were losing to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
That's true.
I think we were talking about that before the All-Star break. I don't know if we were talking about it on the podcast or for the YouTube show, or if we were talking about it off camera and stuff. But I was just saying you should go in. It was 7 games in a row. I think 4 games before the All-Star break, 3 games after. Mets versus the Pirates. The Pirates are going to be underdogs every game. You should just take the Pirates every game, and all you have to do is win 2 or 3 games, and you're up money. I think the Pirates ended up winning 4 out of 7 games.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Definitely positive with that.
It's crazy. And the Mets, whatever. This isn't the Mets show, but I feel like we show up against good teams, and we just suck against bad teams. It's frustrating.
They're just so disappointing. And I saw earlier in the year, like, the future had the Mets, at plus 700, which is, one of the top 5 in the MLB.
Still are.
I just don't.
Are in baseball.
How?
Yeah.
Do you think they really have a shot at it?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should pull that up and talk about that a little bit, just because we were talking about futures and everything for football and basketball, or football and college football. Maybe we should look at baseball real quick, because I looked at it today too, and I just couldn't believe that the Mets are still up there.
Yeah, it's
because
ridiculous.
They're going to need to make trades. They're the fifth highest odds.
Yeah, I just don't.
Dodgers
like
plus 380, Astros plus 460, White Sox plus 600. I personally don't like any of those 3.
Who is it?
Dodgers
White
plus
Sox.
380, Astros plus 460, White Sox plus 600.
What are the Padres?
Plus 900. That's the first team I like. I like the Padres.
Yeah.
Mets plus 1,000, Giants plus 1,000. I like the Giants. Brewers plus 1,200, Rays plus 1,200. I like the Rays.
I like the Rays too.
Red Sox plus 1,200. I like the Red Sox, but I have some issues with the Red Sox.
Yeah, I have some issues with them too.
Toronto 2,200, Oakland 2,500, Yankees 3,000.
Yeah, below that, I would say that
you're shooting.
I definitely like Padres. I like the Giants, and I like the Rays.
Yeah, those are the 3 teams that I like.
Yeah.
I kind of like the Brewers too, but then you have 3 NL teams. I need some AL action as well. You know what I mean? So, who are you taking from the AL? Unless it's, I guess, the Astros.
Yeah, I feel like the
White
Astros
Sox.
right now are definitely the clear cut one.
But I just don't like betting. I personally just don't like betting like those like top favorite teams.
Neither do I.
Don't get great
I
value
never
for
take
it.
I never bet the first three, and
One injury or one thing goes wrong, and it's all of a sudden your whole.
And baseball is
chance
just like
are
a
done.
whole different game. I feel like than any other sport. Like there's so much to it. Like when you look at it, if you look at basketball, there's 5 people on the court, and then when you look at baseball, it's like you have a pitching staff, then you have your lineup, then you have like a defensive. The batting lineup obviously goes out on the field, but it's like how good are they at both?
Yeah, right. You need offense and defense,
and then how's your starting rotation? How's your bullpen? Like there's so many aspects that like can combine to be a good team.
Yeah,
that's why I like the Padres, because even though they're starters, some of them have been out.
Yeah,
and like
some of them haven't been great. Snell and Paddock haven't been great.
Yeah, but I feel like Snell's like a gamer when it comes to the playoffs. He'll show up. Maybe he caught some money and he's sort of chilling this year. Who knows?
Yeah, just having not a great start to the year. It's only halfway through.
Yeah, and then also I like the Giants. I mean, I just think they got the depth with it. But
them and the Red Sox, I think, have been the biggest surprises in baseball, and I kind of like that. I feel like when you have that kind of energy, where you're, especially going into the trade deadline, if one of those teams, the Red Sox or the Giants, end up making a couple trades. You know, the Giants, I think, have a good rotation or a good bullpen. To me, that's the biggest thing. I don't know what you think about when it comes to
I think
starting pitching
and
bullpen
are the top two. I think starting rotation's the biggest, because if you can have 5 good starters during the regular season, you're going to move 3 of them to your regular rotation, and then you can move the other 2 to the bullpen, making your bullpen a lot deeper. And it's just like, if you have pitching, that's how the Rays made the run last year.
They did. Pitching.
They had great pitching throughout the whole playoffs.
And that's why I like the Padres again. Like you said, a couple of their starters haven't been great, but a couple of them have been pretty good. They have a great, I think, bullpen. Giants, again, good bullpen. That's why I don't like the Mets. Like the Mets, no bullpen. We have okay middle relievers, but again, okay.
Yeah, and you also have Frank the Tank Fleming from Barstool.
With curses all over the place.
Yeah, I mean,
bad juju.
That dude's eating 49.5 chicken nuggets and saying it's 50. How are the Mets going to win the World Series?
Come on, we need some honor and integrity when it comes to New York Mets.
And you won't get it from Frank.
No. So, I kind of like the Oakland. Oakland's a kind of a sneaky bet. Again, just trying to look for an AL team. But, again, I just don't think the Oakland Athletics.
Yeah, the A's. Yeah. I honestly liked them last year. I put out a bet for them last year to win over. It was the shortened season, too. I think it was like
something wins, right?
Yeah, and it was even money to bet it, and they ended up hitting it. But I liked their lineup last year when they had Chris Davis on there, too.
Yep.
And he was playing good. I mean, he just hits home runs and shit, but they had a very young, talented lineup last year.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's our baseball talk. That's our World Series talk.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe we'll put out a couple picks.
I think I want to put out a couple of those picks. Maybe we'll wait a little bit on that.
Like I said, I was looking at it today, so maybe next week or something like that we'll actually give them out.
Because next week I want to do I want to get into college football, though. And then I think NFL preseason starts next week.
No.
2 weeks?
Preseason?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think mid-August maybe. So, I guess maybe 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Because everyone's just reporting right now.
To training camp?
Yeah. We don't even have Hard Knocks yet. Yeah, I mean, there's a Hall of Fame game, obviously, but that's way in front. August 12th.
August 12th, so 2 weeks. When's the Hall of Fame game? August 5th?
5th, next week.
That's what I was saying. I thought I saw something for next week. That's why I thought that. But 2 weeks from now, preseason starts, which is good. I mean, then I think that's when we'll dive into some of that. But I want to get into the college football because there's a lot going on this year. I think there's some good value and some futures on a couple different bets, like the Heisman. Yeah,
let's do a whole episode on that because I want to know like what your thoughts are on like the whole shakeup with like the SEC and all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely want to discuss that.
So we'll talk about that. But for right now, so our bets last night we were both one bet away from hitting our parlays, so we could have had some big nights. Again, we missed them, so like I was saying yesterday, I did, I think, 4 parlays. That was my last one. The White Sox against lefties have been good all year. Of course, I put it in a parlay, ends up missing. So I'm done with the parlays for now. I'm 13-31 right now. Bankroll sitting at 6,700, down 3,300 about. For my bankroll, Connor, you're 17-20. You're sitting at about 11,400, up 1,400 on the year right now. So we're sitting at pretty good spots. I mean, I got to get a couple winners together, which I was happy about my picks yesterday. The White Sox just killed me on that one, but the A's or the Angels, I felt pretty good about going against the Rockies on the road. And then the Mets and the under, I thought I was feeling pretty good about with them. Shortened game, Stroman being a ground ball pitcher, them not really hitting too well.
The Rockies is another one of that
Braves. The Rockies, it's funny because I like them on the road and stuff. Or I like betting against them on the road, but then tonight, I don't know why, but I was looking at the game and I ended up not taking it.
And how yesterday I was saying about the Royals?
Yeah.
How if they would have lost,
you would have hammered them.
I would have taken them today and then the next day.
Yeah.
I would do the same thing with the Rockies for the series.
Yeah.
Yesterday just wasn't the matchup for them.
Yeah.
They pretty much they didn't have the right matchup, I would say. Like Ohtani came in, pitched well.
Yep.
Marquez just got the ball hit on him a little bit in the beginning. But I think they're going to catch one game of this series. So I would bet them tonight. If they don't bet tonight, they're going to be on my card for tomorrow.
Yep.
So that's basically what I would say with that series. I do like the Rockies to catch one there.
Yep. Yeah, so it's good. So let's get into our picks for tonight. I got 2 and you got 2. So I got overs and unders tonight. Brewers Pirates over 9. I think the Brewers have just been playing well all season. Obviously, they're first in their division.
Yeah.
And the Pirates just aren't that great, especially with both pitchers going tonight. I think this is the Anderson matchup. If I remember correctly, it's Anderson versus Anderson. And both those guys just have big ERAs. Brewers have been hitting the ball pretty good. I was kind of going back and forth between taking either the Brewers or the over in this game. And I think you mentioned at one time about how you kind of look at games. And you were talking about the difference between picking sides and picking overs and unders.
Yeah.
And you were kind of saying that you like picking overs and unders because then you just need both teams to hit the ball well.
Yeah.
Instead of one team or the other playing well. So I'm with you in that. It looks like the Pittsburgh was supposed to be Anderson, but now it's undecided right now on ESPN. I'm not sure if it's updated on MLB, but both the guys had ERAs in the 4s and 5s. I think the Brewers probably win this game. Whether they cover a run and a half, I'm not sure about. But over-under set at 9, so I'm going to be taking that. That's 250 to win 227-27. And then the Mets and the Braves, I'm just going back to it. Both games, it was 2-0 yesterday and then 1-0 yesterday. And Charlie Morton, one of their better pitchers for the Braves, if not their best pitcher of the season, is going tonight. His ERA is creeping up there, 3.6. The Mets just announced who they're going with. We're going with Eckenhoff. However you say his name, his ERA is a 5. So we're just having a tough time. The Mets are just having a tough time staying healthy. I mean, our pitching is just falling apart right now. So, DeGrom's hurt, Peterson's hurt, Carrasco's hurt.
I sort of like the Mets to win today, too.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they're going to win, it's going to be a fucking 2-0 game like it was yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, there's a chance. I mean, the Braves really all season haven't been that good on the road, so that's why I was kind of like, we were talking about it. Again, yesterday I was thinking about taking the Mets, but I ended up just staying away with it and just taking the under. So I'm going back to the under again tonight, under 8.5. Again, that's 250 to 227. Yeah, I definitely think that the Mets can win it just because they split yesterday. So kind of to your point, like whoever wins tonight, I might be looking at the other team tomorrow.
Yep.
Just because it might just close out the series as a split, especially with these two teams being so close in the division. Every game really matters right now for them, especially going up head-to-head like this. So, I would love if the Mets could get it done. That'd be great. Yeah. But as long as it stays under 8.5, I'm happy.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, going into my picks, I got the Diamondbacks money line, 500 to win 600. They're playing the Rangers.
Yep.
They got Widener pitching, I think is his last name.
Yep.
and I think he's a good arm facing Derek or Dunning. What's his first name?
Dane Dunning.
Dane Dunning.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, I just to be honest, how I feel about this game is these are obviously two of the worst teams in baseball.
Yeah, by far.
And the fact that any one of them's a favorite, I'm just taking the one with better juice. I think the Diamondbacks are playing better baseball right now, for one. I think they have a good matchup when it comes to starting pitching, for two. So I'm just looking at it like, I don't know how the fuck the Rangers are even a minus 145 favorite. So why wouldn't I take it plus 120?
The teams are so bad, especially with Widener. I don't know about you, but I kind of like that, like, especially halfway through the season. Like, he's only pitched 1 or 2 games.
Yep.
So it's like you don't have a ton of tape on the guy compared to Dunning. He's 3-7 on the year with a
and the Diamondbacks, like I said, they haven't been playing bad baseball recently. I think
after the All-Star break, they've been okay.
People are betting on top of everything I just said. Money is coming in on the Rangers.
Yeah.
Which is just beyond me. I don't really understand who the fuck would bet on the Texas Rangers. So I honestly love the Diamondbacks tonight. I think it's with the juice. Why wouldn't you take it? Obviously, two terrible baseball teams, but we'll see who's the best of the worst today.
Yep. Like you said, you're getting the juice on it, so that's nice. That's 500 to win 600.
Yeah, exactly. A little underdog in that. Sprinkle that on there. And then for my second game, I'm taking the Orioles, Marlins under. I just think both teams obviously don't hit the ball that well. Spencer Watkins is pitching for the Orioles.
Yep.
Who's been pitching well his first couple starts. And then, what the fuck is the guy's last name on the Marlins?
Alcantara.
I mean,
Sandy.
Sandy.
It's a good pitcher name.
I've seen him pitch well against bad lineups.
The guy on the Marlins.
Yeah. And then when he faces a good lineup, I don't know what it is, but he's shaky.
Yep.
So I think tonight he's gonna come out and pitch a good game. Watkins is gonna do the same, and I see this staying under the 9. Mm-hmm. The betting public is right around 50%. A little bit more people are on the under. But the fact that it's at 9, I like it because I think maybe it gets to 9, and we can push.
Yep.
If you can get it at 9.5, I think you're getting great value.
Okay.
I had it at 9. I almost bought the 9.5, but then it would have brought it up to like 130. I think it was. So it just wasn't worth it to me. But I think there's good value in that bet. And the way the trends were looking when I looked at that as well. A lot of games go under with Sandy pitching, and they just don't have many numbers on Watkins either. So I think there's good value in that.
Nice.
So
yeah. I think I was looking at the Orioles game earlier today too. I was kind of leaning on the Orioles a little bit, but ended up staying away from it. So I like the under. I mean, again, neither of these teams as well are kind of setting the world on fire. You know, Miami's 43-57, Baltimore's 34-64. So that's what I love about baseball too. I mean, I guess it's true with all sports, but you know, you get these teams. Both of your games are games I would never watch in a million years.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, I got $1,000 on both games. I'm watching it.
Yeah.
I'm watching it every pitch.
Exactly. I'm fucking buying. I got the MLB pass flowing. I'm trying to find a stream online and shit.
Yep.
And it's just like. I don't even like watching baseball like that. It's really not that entertaining to me.
No.
But when you have money on it, shit can get entertaining.
Yeah.
Like that fucking Phillies over I hit last night. Andrew McCutcheon, I wanted to DM him and say, fucking, I love you. Like, that was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
But then there's some games where I wanted to reach out to Lasangio from the Mets or from the Yankees the other night and be like, bro, how did you give up 5 runs in the bottom half of the inning, or 3 runs, whatever it was?
Was that the game with all the pass balls, or was that a different game?
That was a different game. This dude, first off, Herman or whatever they call his last name, that's how you pronounce it. He was pitching a no-hitter, gives up 1 hit, Aaron Boone pulls him. Yeah. I'm a Yankees fan. If we don't get rid of Aaron Boone at the end of this year, unless somehow miraculously we win the World Series, and that saves his job, even if we make it to the World Series this year, I'll be happy.
Sure.
But if we continue down the path we are, Aaron Boone needs to be the first one out.
Yeah, he's a TV personality.
Yeah, and Stanton needs to be right behind him. Yeah. No one will take his money, but...
No, it was all-time tough look.
The Yankees, I don't know what it is. Like, Steinbrenner, when we had him, when he was like the GM and shit or whatever he was, and he was
Yeah.
making some decisions. I think he was a good baseball mind more than anything.
Yeah.
Like Cashman,
He was the owner. Cashman, I think, was the GM.
yeah.
But Steinbrenner's
No, they had
team.
someone else too as the GM before Cashman. I think I could be wrong on that, but I just don't feel like they make the right baseball decisions right now from like a signing standpoint. They're bringing in people that like instead of hitting like instead of winning games, they're just trying to like fill seats.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like the Yankees do now more than ever. So
Yeah.
that's my depressive Yankee rant for the day.
Yeah. At least with the Mets, I feel like there's a little hope. It's so funny, too, because if you look at their records, like the Mets and the Yankees, I feel like are so close.
Yeah.
And record-wise.
At least the thing is, that's what I was going to say. I'm happy I lived through the run that the Yankees had because like Derek Jeter was one of like the best people you could have as like a role model growing up.
For sure.
But it just set such a high standard.
Yeah.
So like for you Mets fans, no offense, but it's like anything that's better than the past is like a win.
Yeah, as long as we're not falling apart in September.
Yeah, but we're the Yankees.
TBD.
We were winning like 110 games some years.
Yeah.
It's just like we're never gonna do that. That shit's like tough to do.
Yeah.
So it fucking hurts when you see the way we're playing now.
Pass balls, blown saves.
Just ugly baseball.
Yeah.
Aaron Boone fucking being a bum.
Yeah, it's not what you expected, but it's what it is.
No, it's not at all. Might become a Mets fan.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if we're taking applications right
No
now.
applications. You're not taking in walk-ins.
No, we got Frank the Tank. We got enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say
We got enough.
he's enough right there.
Yeah.
You can't have any more jinx. But maybe you need to bring on some fans to like reverse it.
Balance it out a little bit. Some good vibes.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think he'll turn around once we make the playoffs.
Hopefully so.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, that's our picks for tonight.
Yep.
Catch you guys next time.
Yep. Follow the Instagram, social media, all that stuff. Subscribe to the YouTube. And like Greg said, we'll see you next episode.